And now, live from the studios of WHUC, this is Real Talk, where we get you something to talk about.
Good evening, and welcome to another edition of Real Talk. I'm your host, Jacobus Roby. Our guest today is no stranger to the Hinds family, and now he is the new Dean of Honors Institute. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome our guest, Mr. Timothy Krason.
Thank you, Jacobus.
Yes, sir, Mr. Krason. So, how does it feel to hold the honor of being the new Honors Dean Institute?
Well, I feel like it's pretty big shoes to fill because, as you know, Miss McCollum, who was in this role previously, she did so much. She was a tireless worker. She had all sorts of programs that she oversaw that really gave students at Hinds opportunities to do things that were outside the box of their normal classroom experiences. And so I guess I'm trying to carry that torch forward the best I can, but it's a little bit intimidating. She did a whole lot of stuff, and I'm just honored that the school would think that I would be capable of doing that same sort of job.
Man, I can imagine it's pretty hectic, to fulfill that new role. So how has it been since you've been crowned, Dean? How's it been? I wish I had a crown. That would be pretty cool. But it's been a learning curve. This is my 15th year at Hinds, but primarily I've been an English teacher. And so I love the interaction with students. I love being in the classroom, and you and I have traveled together last year to England, and I've seen you a lot of times on the Raymond campus. So I just love being with students and having some positive effect on their lives, or trying to do that. So the one thing that kind of drew me to this position was that it was one of these dean positions where there was still a whole lot of student interaction. And so one of my goals has been to make sure that what we do in the Honors Institute, it helps make Hinds a place where students can grow and they can invest in their community while here. Because, there's this trend of people try to get out of community college as quickly as they can. They'll come for a year sometimes, right. Or they'll come for one semester. But we want students to see that there is a lot of opportunity at Hinds, and you can be here for 4 semesters, maybe more, and keep growing. And you can be a real asset, and Hinds can be an asset to you as well. Okay, folks, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with more from Mr. Krason. You're watching Real Talk.
Real Talk will be right back after this.
The Radio and Television Production and Broadcast Technology Department is an intensive, hands-on training program designed to familiarize students with multimedia reporting. We welcome the best and the brightest students to come join the community at Hinds Community College. Beautiful. Students receive up-to-date and dynamic instruction from faculty members who are dedicated to fulfilling hands-on training using state-of-the-art equipment and facilities. I invite you to learn more about Hinds Community College Radio and Television program and join me on our great journey that focuses on student success.
For more information about the Radio and Television Production and Broadcasting Technology program, contact Timothy Krason at 601-885-7071. And now, Real Talk continues.
Welcome back to Real Talk. For those of you just now joining us, we are talking with Mr. Krason as he is talking about his new position as Dean of the Honors Institute. So, Mr. Krason, what all does being the Dean, what all does that entail?
That's a good question. Let me report back to you later. No, I'm just kidding. We oversee several different components. So there are some full honors programs at a couple of the campuses. So at Raymond and Rankin, we actually offer honors classes. And there are some credentials that you can earn for graduation if you're in those programs. And then at all the Hinds campuses, as you know, we have our Phi Theta Kappa chapters. And so the Honors Institute has some oversight over the activities and the budgeting for all these chapters. We also oversee any of the leadership classes that happen at Hinds. So I'm supposed to give some direction to those who are teaching LEA classes. And so those instructors, report certain things to the Honors Institute and try to come into some sort of
flow progression of courses that really build up students. And then we have international studies, which is something you and I have, of course, talked a lot about. Right now we have an ongoing project where you can go to Bridgewater, England for spring break.
Right.
And we're moving forward on that this year as well, so 2023. We're also working on a new program where students could travel to Liberia, West Africa, in conjunction with some of the grants that Dr. Andrew Whitaker has been working on at the Raymond campus. And we also have a biology summer course planned where it's not international, but it's a travel study where students will be able to travel to Yellowstone National Park and earn an environmental science credit. And so those previously international experiences, but now within the United States, even domestic travel, that falls under the Honors Institute. There's a lot of moving parts there, and a lot of new things for me to learn how to administer, but they're all exciting, as you can tell.
Right. So I know, with you've been working with the honors as well, and you've gotten into travel. So what's that experience like?
Traveling's awesome. Like, besides just the joy of being able to go somewhere new, it broadens your experience of the world. So before I was in college, I had never been out of the country before, and I went to a spring break international study when I was in college, and we went to England and Scotland, and that was something that just showed me that not everyone lives exactly like I do in Mississippi, or thinks the same way, or has the same sort of foods, or the same sort of rhythm of life, or perspectives on controversial issues. And so I think that travel just gives us a broader experience of what's in the world. It's educational in all ways.
Right. Well, that's going to wrap it up for this edition of Real Talk. Again, thank you to our guest, Dean Krason, for being here. You can catch us up on YouTube to stay in touch on everything Real Talk and WHUC News 7. Until next time, keep it real.